Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got another dope predictions slash best bets video for you guys. We're going to be talking about UFC Vegas. We got Shamil Gaziev versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. So this card is another one of those Apex meh cards, but there's some cool fights on there, so we're going to break those down and we're going to get into this. I think this is one of those nights where we're going to have a lot of favorites win, you know. That's just how I see this going for sure. But let's break it on down, get right into it, guys. Thank you for joining the channel. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have a chance. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get these numbers up. Let's look at this card real quick though. Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Gaziev, UFC Fight Night. Let's go. So we're going to start at the very beginning of the card. Oh, nope, this is not it. Alright, so we're going to start at the beginning of the card. Let's find it. Okay, first fight. We got Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi versus Loic Radzhabov. This is a tough one. I'm leaning a little bit towards Al-Sawadi. I feel like he's got the momentum going into this one. But part of me wants to pick Loic Radzhabov by decision. I think that Loic Radzhabov is the only underdog on this whole card. Maybe there's another couple that are pretty live, and I feel like Loic Radzhabov could potentially squeak this one out by decision. I see this one definitely going the distance. I feel like this one is going to go the distance. I'm leaning towards Al-Sawadi a little bit, but I think Loic Radzhabov is definitely an open pick. The odds are leaning towards Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi as well. I just don't know if I'm buying the hype really. Fuck it. Let's pick Loic Radzhabov on this one. You know, we're going to go with Loic Radzhabov on this one. I think he gets it done. Moving forward to the next fight. Ludovic Klein versus AJ Cunningham. This is one that I'm a lot more confident on. I think Ludovic Klein wins this one all day. I think he mops the floor with AJ Cunningham. I think that AJ Cunningham's coming in on short notice. Ludovic Klein was supposed to fight somebody else. I can't remember who, but yeah, AJ Cunningham coming in on short notice. This is his debut. His last fight was his debut. Yeah, I'm going with Ludovic Klein in this one. Let's look at the odds real quick if I can find them. All right, let's see. Ludovic Klein versus AJ Cunningham. We got Ludovic Klein at minus 900, AJ Cunningham at plus 570. There's not really a lot of, like, you can't pick Ludovic Klein at minus 900. I would go with a double chance on this one. People think Ludovic is going to finish him. I think so too. I think KO or submission for Ludovic Klein could definitely get those numbers down. I'm just not getting them right now on FanDuel, but I would say that him to win by KO or submission could possibly get those numbers down to like minus 500, minus 400, something that you could throw in a parlay, which is what I'm gonna be doing. I think Ludovic Klein is definitely a safe one in this one. Picking him to win. Moving forward, Christian Leroy Duncan versus Claudio Ribeiro. This one, I think, you know, on paper, I feel like Christian Leroy Duncan is, you know, obviously the one to pick in this fight, but I think that this is going to play out closer than people believe. I think Claudio Ribeiro is good. I think that Christian Leroy Duncan's just better. You know, I feel like he's a better point striker. He's a better better on the feet in general, and I think he gets this one done. I'm gonna pick Christian Leroy Duncan in this one. Let's look at the odds. Minus 310, plus 250. Again, you got to throw that in a parlay, but I would take him at minus 310. I would say either KO or decision too if you want to do a double chance. Let's see if I'm getting any odds for that. I don't think so. Nope. No odds for the double chance, but I would assume that those would be pretty good. I don't think Christian Leroy Duncan submits Claudio Ribeiro. I just don't see that happening. I see this either being a KO in the second round, or Christian Leroy Duncan just pieces him up for 3 rounds. We'll see. Moving forward, Ayman Zahabi versus Javid Basharat. I'm on the Basharat brothers hype, man. I like the Bonfim brothers, but I feel like the Basharat brothers are the real fucking deal, you know? I think Basharat gets this one done. It could go to a decision, but I just don't know. I wish I was getting those double chance odds, but let's see what is he usually KOs or subs, you know. I think that this could go to decision. I think submission. Yeah, I feel like Javid Basharat could submit Ayman Zahabi. I think submission or decision on Javid Basharat's the play. We're loving those double chances. We've been going crazy with those lately over on FanDuel. But I think Javid Basharat is going to win this fight. I think Ayman Zahabi has good boxing, you know. If they're just boxing, it could be close. But I think Javid Basharat's going to throw in those kicks. He's going to mix things up, maybe push against the fence some, even maybe get a takedown. I think Javid Basharat wins this fight. Moving forward, Vinicius Oliveira versus Bernardo Sopaj. This is the only fight on the card that I have not done a lot of homework on. I'm going with Bernardo Sopaj. Yeah, I'm going with Sopaj in this one. And I just think it's going to be the experience with that record. 12-2 is not a bad record. Coming off a loss, but still, I think Bernardo Sopaj is the slight underdog in this one. Let's see, it's minus 105 for Bernardo Sopaj, and Vinicius Oliveira is minus 115. I'm going with Bernardo Sopaj in this one. I'm not 100% sure on it. I'm probably going to stay away from this fight, honestly, because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm probably going to stay away from this one. Vinicius Oliveira definitely looks like he has some KO ability, though. So he's live for that. Be careful on that one. Moving forward, Eric Anders versus Jamie Pickett. Jamie Pickett's coming off 4 losses. Eric Anders. I think Eric Anders gets this done. I think he wins by decision. I think Eric Anders by decision is a good bet. Yeah, Eric Anders by decision. That's what I'm leaning towards here. I might just throw him at minus 425 in a parlay though, you know, just to see if I can get some plus money with a couple of these favorites. We'll see. If you throw 3 of these minus 400, minus 300 favorites together, you're going to get some plus money, and you could possibly, you know, win out there. Moving on to the main card, done with the prelims now. We got Matt Schnell versus Steve Erceg. Matt Schnell is not active enough, I feel like, to win this fight. You know, especially at flyweight, where these guys, you know, this is the smallest guys. Sometimes that can mean a lot when it comes to cutting the weight, you know. I think that to be a successful flyweight, it comes with a lot of consistent, like, you know, a lot of cage time. And I think Steve Erceg has got more cage time. I think he wins this fight by submission or decision. Yeah, I think his sub is high here. I think submission or decision for sure for Steve Erceg. That seems like the play. Is Matt Schnell and Steve Erceg still alive? Is that still happening? Because I'm not getting the odds here. That is weird. I'm not getting no odds here for that. But Steve Erceg is a minus 410 favorite. I'm sure if you do that sub and decision double chance, you can maybe get that down even better. And that's how he's going to win. I'm almost certain. But Matt Schnell's chin is questionable. But damn, I just don't know if Steve Erceg's arms are the type to knock Matt Schnell out. Moving forward, though, this one I'm pretty excited about. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Bekset Almakhan. I've been hearing all week how good this Bekset dude is. So, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I think that Umar takes it to a decision. I don't know if he finishes this Begzat dude, because this Begzat dude's pretty good. I think Umar, submission or decision here. I think if he does win, it's by sub. Begzat has good hands. I just don't know. I mean, we said that about Honey Barcelos too. And what did Umar do? Knocked him out in the first round. I think people are... If Umar finishes this fight in one round, then Umar is not to be doubted ever again. You know, Umar Nurmagomedov is gonna win this fight, but I think that it goes the distance just because Begzat is very, very well skilled and his record's pretty good. It's showing 0-0-0, but I was seeing 17-2 or something like that. Let me look real quick. Begzat. Let me look at the Tapology. 17-1. So he's only lost one fight by submission though. So yeah, I think decision or submission for Umar Nurmagomedov. The odds are crazy. It's not even going to show them because they know how crazy they are. Let's see. It is minus 1,300 for Umar Nurmagomedov. Definitely got to do that submission or decision double chance. Let's see. Let's look and see what we're going to get. I think we can look at these numbers. Double chance. Wow. Umar Nurmagomedov by submission or on points is minus 320. That is really good money right there. I would take that. Umar Nurmagomedov by submission or on points. I just don't know if he KOs Begzat. Hopefully he don't. We'll see. Moving forward. Alex Perez versus Muhammad Mokaev. Another one that's pretty fun. You know, there's a couple of good fights on this card. This is one of them that I'm kind of excited to see if it plays out. Alex Perez does have an issue with making weight sometimes and, you know, just in general getting out to the cage. I think Muhammad Mokaev submits Alex Perez. I think he wins by submission. Honestly, I think Muhammad Mokaev at minus 360 money line isn't would just take that. But, you know, submission or decision is also real live. Let's see what we get for that. I hate to keep running this same pick on almost every fight, but that's what type of card we're looking at here. Let's see. What are we getting on that double chance? Minus 280 for submission or on points. That brings it down a good bit. I would take that. Muhammad Mokaev is not going to KO Alex Perez, I don't think. I hope not. I don't think it happens, though. I think it's submission or points, minus 280. That's giving you some decent parlay money right there. You know, parlay that in. Vitor Petrino versus Tyson Pedro. This is the next bout. I think this is the co-main, actually. This is the co-main event of the evening. What the fuck? Okay. Vitor Petrino, I've only seen him fight one time. I've seen Tyson Pedro fight a couple times. Tyson Pedro is one of those one-rounder guys. You know, he's super crazy. All of his wins come in the first round. But after the first round, he gasses out, you know. And Vitor Petrino does not gas out. I'm picking Vitor Petrino in this one. I think Vitor Petrino wins this fight. It could go to the decision. But I think it's KO or decision for Vitor Petrino. I think Tyson Pedro, being a black belt in BJJ, I think that he does not get submitted for sure. I think that Tyson Pedro actually has the advantage on the ground if this goes to the ground. But we'll see. Tyson Pedro is in love with his boxing, so I don't know if we see this fight go to the ground. I think that this more than likely stays on the feet, and we see Vitor Petrino piece him up or KO Tyson Pedro. Maybe take a couple big shots in the first round, but then power through and tire out Tyson Pedro. I'm picking Vitor Petrino in this one. Let's look at the odds. Minus 305. A little bit better than the Muhammad Mokaev. Let's look at that KO or points double chance. Let's see what we're working with here. Vitor Petrino by KO or points is at minus 160. Really good pick right there. minus 160 on the Vitor Petrino KO or on points. I would take that all day. That's going to be the best bet of the night right there. I like that one. Moving on to the main event of the evening, we got Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Shamil Gaziev. Now, believe it or not, I've only been to one live UFC event, and that was UFC Charlotte, which was Rozenstruik versus Almeida, where Almeida submitted him in, it felt like 2 seconds. I kind of feel like that could happen again here, unfortunately. I want to pick Rozenstruik. Like, I want to so bad, but I just can't trust him to win this fight, you know? I think Shamil Gaziev wins the fight. I think Shamil Gaziev gets this done by finish. Yeah. Maybe ground and pound, or maybe even submission, possibly. I think that the best pick here, though, and this is going to be the other best bet of the night, is for the fight to not start round 4. Let's look at the odds real quick there. They might be going up because this fight in no universe goes to round 4. There's just not a universe where this happens. And we're getting minus 600 there. Let's go. Let's go a little riskier. Let's go fight does not start round 3. So I feel like the fight ends in the first 2 rounds. Yeah, I feel like that happens for sure. Minus 320 for the fight to not start round 3. And I think Shamil Gaziev gets it done. If he doesn't get it done, Jairzinho Rozenstruik KOs him in the second round after Shamil gasses out. That's what's going to happen, I feel like. But those are my picks for the evening, guys. Much love. Thank you all for tuning in. If you stuck around this long, it means a whole lot. Make sure to like and subscribe. And until the next time, peace. Let me know in the comments what you think.